got to show you this beauty, which I've been using for the last couple of weeks, and this is the Microsoft Lumia 950. This is the slightly smaller one. That is a 950 XL. So specs on this one are it has a 2K 5.2 inch screen, very nice. This one's 32 GB, 3 GB of RAM. It has a Qualcomm 808 hexa-core processor, so that's 6 cores. It is 4G, of course, 32 GB internal memory, up to 256 GB of storage can be added. NFC, wireless charging, yippee, I love wireless charging. It has a 5 megapixel front camera, which is nothing to write home about, but it has this beauty here on the back. Is a 20 megapixel Carl Zeiss lens, a pure view camera, triple LED. Very nice camera, especially if you're taking photos and you want to crop them. I found I've had really good results with it. So all in all, not a bad package. I got this one for, I think this one was AT&T, although it doesn't have the, as you can see at the bottom here, it doesn't have the AT&T logo, but I got this one unlocked, brand new, from eBay. It was $205, so bargain. Really it is. Now, of course, the stumbling block for most people will be Windows 10 phone. If anybody saw my review the other day of the Lumia 650, I like Windows 10. I like Windows 8 actually. You know, I've just liked them. I thought they worked really well. The 650 was a bit underpowered for Windows 10, but for the price I paid, $60, it was still pretty decent. This is a completely different proposition, of course, because it's a lot more powerful. So Windows 10 for the most part is working without any problem. Oh, just before I forget, it's USB-C, which we like. The battery is 3000 mAh, which, well, anyway, we'll talk about that in a while. So yeah, back to Windows 10. I really like it, and I think on this phone it is, I haven't really noticed any problems. Occasionally, try not to get that overhead light showing, occasionally we've had some stutters, but for the most part no problems at all. Now, of course, when it comes to Windows, it's all down to the availability of apps, and like I said the other day, most of the ones that I use are available, but LinkedIn for some reason is not. I just use it on my tablet now, and we have this thing called Microsoft Universal apps, which are supposedly apps being developed by the various companies that will work across Microsoft's ecosystem. So from Windows 10 laptops, tablets, Windows 10s, and their mobile phone, and really the two phones that came natively with, only natively with Windows 10 were this 950 and the 950 XL. So all the other phones had to have you upgraded them. So like I said the other day, I'm with the Windows Insider program, so the build I've got here may not be the build that would, normal people would, ordinary people just using the phone may have. So this may be the reason it might be having an effect on the battery life. I'm really only getting maybe about 8 hours of battery life, and depending on my use, it could even be a bit less than that. So that is what I've been experiencing. So yeah, with the apps, people might have a bit of an issue with it, but for me, for the most part, I've had no problems at all, as apart from LinkedIn. It has Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Skype. Doesn't have a native YouTube app as such, but I use this one called ProTube, which is pretty decent, and you can download YouTube videos easily. So no problem there for me. Strangely, it doesn't have an eBay app, So there's a third-party one which I use. It's called Explorer for eBay, and it's fine. It has some adverts on the top, like a banner adverts, but you know, it's fine. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. So the reason that I got this phone was because I always fancied it. It looked nice, but I didn't want to pay the $500 price it was when originally it came out. Of course, it's come down in price now, so I was more willing to pay that kind of like 1,000 riyals, 1,100 riyals price to have it. Now, the 950 and the 950 XL have Microsoft Continuum. And basically what that is that you can wirelessly connect to a monitor or wired. Microsoft have a display dock, which I've seen now for about $50, which means that you can plug your phone into the display dock with a keyboard, mouse, and then plug the display dock into a display. And basically Microsoft Continuum allows you to have a desktop experience with a phone. Now I've tried it with my, I don't have the dock, but I tried it wirelessly with my TV, and it worked flawlessly. So basically you have access to a desktop, which, you know, if it's universal apps you can use them, but things like Office apps, PowerPoint, Word, that kind of thing, the browser, they all work. Now there might be slightly limited versions of Office, I'm not exactly sure, but they all seem to work fine. I didn't notice any real lag at all. So for, you know, for the business person who wants to travel light, you can actually, you don't even need the display dock. I mean, you could have a cable with USB-C to HDMI, and then you can join a mini Bluetooth mouse and keyboard to your phone. Basically you've got your workstation with you in your pocket. I think it's a really good idea. Obviously it still needs to be developed more, but really I thought it worked really well, so it's definitely worthwhile to check out. Now let me show the other thing which was nice about this phone, and they say it's in beta, is that it has an iris scanner. So I'm going to try and show it here. The beta, they say it's in beta, but to be honest with you, I have not found any problems at all with it. So I'm just doing it now, and then you'll see there it's opened. I'll do it again. So turn it on. Now you can't see me looking at it, but I am looking at it. And oh, so it moved closer. Hello Raymond. It's called Windows Hello, and I found it works really well. Now the only negative thing I would say about it is that you at least have to be about, what, a foot away, less than a foot, no, maybe slightly more than a foot away. If you're further than that, it doesn't, that's my wife sending me messages, she's on vacation. It doesn't work too far, but I would say about maybe 15 inches or so it works fine. So really in the future it'd be nice if you could have a more kind of natural distance. I think it would be a really cool thing, but it works really well, and I was pleasantly surprised because I read a lot of reviews before I bought this, and people were saying that they didn't think it was very good, but I really don't have, I've not had really any issues at all with it. So yeah, a cool feature. I will use it again. There you go. So it worked fine there. Now the the camera is the rear camera is this Carl Zeiss 20 megapixel one. I just think it is really good. I cropped this, try to show you this photo without the light shining here, but anyway, I cropped this photo because I'm got nothing better to do, and it goes right into like a guy working. You can not see him on the main photo, but you can really crop in. Okay, there's a lot of noise on that, but in general I took some I was at a workshop recently and I took some photos kind of just quickly. I wasn't expecting to take any, and I took some quickly, and I got some really beautiful photos. When I zoomed in, there was not much noise. There wasn't a massive zoom in or crop in that I did. There wasn't much noise on them. They were very clear, and I really caught the people really well. So I'm very happy with this camera. I think it's excellent. Now again, I read some reviews that in low light, but I read positive and negative with low light, saying that they didn't think it was that good. But again, it's all subjective and whatever you fancy. But as a if this is going to be your mobile office for that camera for scanning documents and taking whatever photos of your business travels, is really cool. Now the phone has this 2K screen, which I think is excellent. Some people complain it's a wee bit dull, but I didn't find it dull. I just find that it is just perfect for me. It is very nice. I believe it's Corning Gorilla Glass 3 it's on it. 2K screen, I think, is really really good, great for watching videos, etc. I've really enjoyed using it, especially since I only paid the $200 for it. Another massive complaint was, as I was reading other reviews before I bought it, was the fact that they just thought it was a really bland looking phone because it only comes in white and black. And people were Nokia, when Nokia had the Lumia range, Nokia, although they have polycarbonate or plastic phones, they had a wee bit more of a je ne sais quoi about them. They had a bit of style. For me, I actually think this kind of utilitarian kind of just very subtle look works really well. I specifically chose the white one because I fancied it more. I think I saw the reason I fancied it in the beginning, actually, and it might have been the XL. You'll have to watch the movie to double check, but I watched that movie Get Out, the horror movie, and the main guy in there, he had Lumia 915, but I feel it was the XL, and that was what I said, yeah, I think it looks really nice. So that started me on my XL, my 950 journey. Just opening it again there for you. So the screen is excellent. I don't think it is bland looking at all. I just think it's understated and pretty cool. Now there are third-party rear casings that you can buy, because if you can see here, this comes off and you can replace the battery, and you can also buy the different kinds of rear casing, and I have ordered one actually because I quite like leather. I've ordered a leather one, and it has the NFC and the ability to continue. The battery fell out there. Continue the still didn't turn off even though the battery fell out. Good. So it has the for NFC and for the wireless charging, so you can change the back if you want. You can spruce up a wee bit, or you can just buy yourself a normal kind of folio cover. The speaker, as you can see, is here. Unusual place to put a speaker. Now, I'm not going to say too much about the speaker. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about. It's perfectly adequate. The sound on the Bluetooth with my Jaybirds is not bad, but strangely, I don't think it's as good as the Lumia 650. Now, I could maybe fiddle about with an equalizer settings a bit more and maybe get it sounding better, but I still feel that the 650 was better sound. I mean, it's perfectly acceptable. With wired headphones, it was okay. Look, I didn't buy this for the ability to listen to high-res audio files. My new phone will be able to do that when I get it. Maybe it's coming next week. I'll review it sometime. So really I bought this for a specific purpose, because I just wanted to see it and have a look at it. So sound wise, it's perfectly alright for day-to-day usage, but nothing particularly special. Of course, every phone should have wireless charging, and this one has wireless charging. And I bought my camera cutout. So the 5.2 inch screen, I think, really is the sweet spot for mobile phones. I just think it is the easiest for most people to use. Having said that, my new phone, which will be coming maybe by the end of next week, is a 5.5-inch screen, which I like as well. I like big phones, I like big screens, but really for ease of use, the 5.2 really I feel is definitely the easiest, and it still looks pretty decent. You get a really good you know, when you're whatever, watching movies, checking YouTube, doing your interneting stuff, Facebook, I just feel that it works really well. So 5.2 is the way to go. Before I forget, here is a has a dedicated camera button, and I know a lot of people like that, so that's another plus sign. Call quality is pretty good. It's still not the best, and I don't think anything yet has beaten that BlackBerry Passport for call quality. That to me was still the best in recent memory anyway. So look, it's fine, and I didn't really feel, I didn't have any issues at all with it. So that's really about it for the the Nokia, the Microsoft Lumia 650. Is it worth it? I would say, yep, it is, and you could probably get it for less than $200. You can, I know you can. I have seen refurbished ones for around about $180, and no doubt there probably be. There is talk of a Surface phone, so Microsoft Surface lineup. There is talk or rumor about a Surface phone. So most probably these, the 950 and the 950 XL, will come down in price. So is it worth it? Great camera, great screen, wireless charging, NFC, Windows Continuum or Microsoft Continuum is, you know, a really interesting proposition, and if you're prepared to like invest a bit of time in learning it, you have a mini keyboard, Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. It really could take the place of your laptop, or if you're carrying about a big tablet with you, you could have your business here all in your pocket. I think it's just really interesting, and for those who are of a businessy traveling type person, I think it'd be worthwhile investing. So yeah, I think it's a really good, for the price, a really good, cool looking phone. I would recommend it. As usual, any questions, comments, etc., etc., you can. I will show you the one more time. Hello. Yep, hello Raymond, it says. So any questions, etc., just leave them in the comment section. I will do my best to answer them. And that's it. Microsoft Lumia 950. Bye.